So living in a place is very different from visiting it for the weekend. So which is the better place to live, Sonoma County or Napa County? Napa is all round more expensive. More expensive wines, more expensive real estate, more expensive restaurants, but does that make it a better place to live? Or is Sonoma County the less famous of the two valleys? Is it underrated? So where would you rather live? In this video, I'll share with you why I think Napa County is overrated and Sonoma County is underrated. So my name is David Hargreaves, one half of the Brewington Hargreaves team, and we're among the top 1% of teams in Sonoma County. So if you are interested in getting more information all about Sonoma County, then please do sign up for our newsletter. I'll put a description in the link below. So does size matter? Sonoma County is, it's over twice the size and has nearly 4 times as many people as Napa County, so it's definitely the more populated of the two counties. That being said, just because there's a higher population density, it doesn't mean that you can't find incredibly remote places in both counties. Because Santa Rosa is just that much bigger than Napa, the chances are that even if you live in Napa County, you'll come to Santa Rosa in Sonoma County for some of the big box stores such as Best Buy or Costco. So let's start off just by talking about the weather. You might think that the climates of both are pretty similar given they're geographically close together. And it's true that both counties are generally known for their Mediterranean climates, characterised by warm, dry summers and mild, wet winters. Especially this year, although perhaps not so wet in recent years. That being said, the climates are a little different due to differences in the geography and the proximity to the Pacific Ocean. Because Sonoma County is larger, it's definitely got a more diverse topography with coastal areas, valleys, mountains, and this creates sort of different microclimates throughout Sonoma County. If you've ever been to places like Bodega Bay or Jenner, you'll know that the coastal areas tend to be cooler and foggier, while the inland valleys can definitely be warmer with a lot less fog. Because Napa County is located to the east of Sonoma County, it's generally warmer and drier due to the inland location and being sheltered from the cooling effects of the Pacific Ocean. And the valley floor definitely tends to be warmer and drier than the surrounding hills of Napa Valley, with temperatures often exceeding 90 degrees during the summer months. The difference in temperature also accounts for the different varietals of grapes that thrive in each county. If you love the heat, then Napa County is definitely a place for you because on average it tends to be 5 or 8 degrees hotter and has much less diversity of weather. However, if you live in Napa County and you're looking to cool off, your only option is to either go inside into the air conditioning or head out to Sonoma County to the coast. So now let's talk about the wine. Sonoma County and Napa County are both renowned for their world-class wine regions, but living in wine country in Napa or Sonoma is a very different experience. Napa County is known for its high-end luxury wineries, many of which are housed in the sort of grand estates with the sweeping views of the valley. These wineries often require reservations and offer very structured tastings. For some reason, I've never understood most Napa wineries don't actually allow you to bring food to have a picnic while tasting wine, even if they don't sell food. So Napa, as I'm sure you know, is known for its Cabernet Sauvignon, which thrives in the warm, dry climate with some of the most famous wineries in the world, such as Opus One and Silver Oak Cellars. Are these wines better? That's definitely subjective. I do know that there are numerous vineyards in Sonoma that sell their grapes to Napa wineries because they know they can get more money for the identical fruit. That says a lot in its own right. While the Sonoma County tasting experience has definitely become a lot more formal over the years, with many of the wineries also now requiring reservations, Sonoma County can definitely offer a much more relaxed and laid-back approach to wine tasting. The other great thing about the Sonoma region is that it's just got a great diversity, with over 400 wineries producing just such a wide range of wines and different varietals, from coastal Sauvignon Blancs and Pinots to the more robust wines made from Cabernet and Zinfandel further inland. And many Sonoma wineries are still family owned and operated and generally offer just a much more intimate experience for visitors. There are a ton of wonderful wineries in Sonoma County, as there is in Napa County. Some of the ones that get consistently written about, places like Ridge Vineyards, which is near to me here in Alexander Valley, known for producing, exceptional Zinfandels and Cabernet Sauvignon. And you've got places like Iron Horse Vineyards, which specialises in, sparkling wines, and that's in the Green Valley AVA. And then you've got places like Kistler Vineyards, which produces highly sought after Chardonnays and Pinot Noirs using traditional Burgundy winemaking methods. But what about the outdoor activities if you live in Sonoma County or Napa County? So let's start off by talking about hiking. Sonoma County probably has a more diverse range of trails, given it's got great locations for hiking at the coast with the stunning, Sonoma Coast State Park, and in Russian River you've got hikes in the redwoods around Armstrong Woods, and then further inland places like Lake Sonoma in Healdsburg or Jack London Park in Glen Ellen. Napa County also has many hiking trails throughout the county, including the popular Skyline Wilderness Park and the Oat Hill Mine Trail. One standout is definitely the Robert Louis Stevenson State Park, which offers a variety of hiking trails, including one that is popular, which is around the Mount St. Helena. So as a keen cyclist, I just want to talk a little bit about cycling. And there's no question, both Sonoma and Napa counties offer some amazing cycling. And as with the wineries and the weather, I feel there's probably just a greater diversity of cycling in Sonoma County, largely because we have everything from the dry valleys of places like Dry Creek Valley to the redwoods of the Russian River, and then we've obviously got the ocean alongside Highway 1. And I've been in and around St. Helena on numerous occasions, and there are definitely some great rides that take you out toward Lake County or west over the ridges into Sonoma County. So both places definitely have lots to offer any cyclist. So let's talk about water sports and beaches. Well, clearly that's not an option if you live in Napa County. So if water is your thing, then Sonoma County is definitely the place for you. It's obviously got the Russian River offering a variety of water sports, including kayaking, or canoeing, or just grabbing a bottle of wine and floating down the river. So Sonoma County also has 55 miles of coastline with many stunning beaches and hiking trails alongside the ocean, with places like Bodega Bay and Jenner. So next up, let's talk about restaurants. So if you're going to live in either Napa County or Sonoma County, I'm sure you've probably got an interest in food. So let's talk about the restaurants. It's always dangerous to generalize, but I'm going to do it anyway. Like many things in Napa County, there is a bigger focus on a more traditional upscale dining experience, where Sonoma County's high-end restaurants tend to be much more sort of focused on farm to table. Napa County definitely wins the battle of the Michelin star restaurants, the most famous of which is Thomas Keller's 3-star French Laundry. But Napa does also boast a number of other Michelin star restaurants, including the restaurant at the Auberge du Soleil, Bouchon in Yountville, Kenzo in Napa, and places like Charter Oak, Press and Farmstead in St. Helena. So, there's clearly a ton of options in Napa County. And over the past few years, I feel as though Sonoma County has definitely started to catch up, largely because of the development of the food scene around Healdsburg, which has more than its fair share of Michelin star restaurants. We've obviously got Single Thread, the only one with 3 stars, but we've also got Barn Diva and now Cyrus, which is, I guess it's technically in Geyserville, but just down the road from Healdsburg. So, if Michelin star restaurants is your thing, Napa County's definitely got a wider variety, but Sonoma County is definitely catching up, with very much Healdsburg being the centre of that. So finally, let's talk about the people. Again, I need to be careful about making some sort of horrible generalisations. However, I do think there are some differences between the types of people who gravitate towards Napa County versus Sonoma County. Sonoma County is probably known for its more laid-back, bohemian vibe with a larger population of artists, writers and musicians. And of course there's different neighbourhoods and areas have their different characteristics, with places like Guerneville having a really vibrant gay community and Sebastopol a bohemian vibe, while places like Healdsburg just feel a little bit more upscale. In contrast, Napa County overall just has a more upscale, refined feel, with a focus on luxury and hospitality. And many people who live in Napa County work in the wine or hospitality industries, whereas in Sonoma County, it's got a much wider variety of industries, attracting people from the pharmaceutical sector and tech industries, in addition to the hospitality and tourist industries. So just thinking about the difference between Sonoma County and Napa County. So one interaction that I had summed it up for me, and it was with a realtor in Napa, because I was working on a transaction there, and they consistently referred to Napa Valley as the valley. I didn't bother to remind them that Sonoma also has a valley, but it's clearly not the valley. So if you do need to find a job, definitely the diversity of opportunities in Sonoma County may be better suited to you, unless you work in the hospitality or wine industries. So is Napa County overrated and Sonoma County underrated? If If you want to visit Northern California wine country, I understand why many people gravitate towards Napa. However, when it comes to actually living in one or the other, I feel Sonoma County is hugely underrated. When it comes to people, weather, wine, the geography, or outdoor activities, there's just more diversity. Someone once described the difference between Sonoma County and Napa County as the difference between LA and San Francisco. If you want the glitz and the glamour and the showbiz, you probably prefer the Napa lifestyle. However, if you're looking for a more laid-back lifestyle where it's less about what you look like or how much money you have, and more about who you are, then you'll probably feel more at home in Sonoma County. If you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy some of my other videos about what it's like to move from the Bay Area to Sonoma County, so I'll put a link in the description below. If you've liked this video, please hit like and subscribe. Until the next video, go well.